The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. They stood against the grain and were able to help lead a nation to freedom. Welcome back to Tenaciously Me. I am so glad that you're here. Please, before we get started, I'm going to ask if you will like this video, subscribe, share with all your female family and friends. Please leave positive comments that will bless all women here on this platform, or anyone who graces this particular platform. I thank you in advance. So, today I want to talk to you about the Hebrew Midwives. Listen to this. It starts in the book of Exodus. We meet 5 women who were midwives, and they stood together bravely, fearlessly, and were against the grain and chose to, I say, be faithful to God. It was their faithfulness, which is their obedience, to go against and defy Pharaoh. Hang tight. I won't be very long. So in our reading today, we find out that Pharaoh was beginning to feel very fearful, and he was growing very weary because he knew the Hebrew nation was growing. And so he commanded that all midwives would see to it that every male child born be put to death. Okay? That way, he knew that they could not continue to multiply. Now, I'm sitting outside, and I'm going to make sure that I stay safe and believe God that I'll be fine. Let me tell you, I did this video earlier, had already completely edited and was ready to upload it, and I lost everything. So you know what? Yes, I am going to see to it that I stay faithful, because this message is something that's so encouraging, and I know I need to make sure that I share it. Okay, so these 5 brave, fearless midwives went against the grain and chose to help deliver a nation. They chose to stay faithful to God and to defy Pharaoh. Because of their faithfulness, which is their obedience to God, because of their choice to not obey Pharaoh, and the decision to save all male children, including female Hebrew children, God dealt well with them, because the Hebrew midwives chose to be faithful to God and the nation of Israel. I know. I sit and I listen, because it was believed that the midwives were barren back then. And in the midst of this, instead of thinking about themselves, they took themselves outside of themselves, and they were choosing to just be faithful, their faithfulness to God, and to stand with God to see to it that everyone else could see their children live, their sons. And they were the ones who played and orchestrated a major part of Israel growing bountifully. And you know what happened? God showed favor on their lives. And so it says that he blessed their families and blessed them with families, because, again, I said to you that they were barren, these women. What great faith these women had. I mean, absolute faith. I mean, I cannot even expound upon any other words, the bravery that they showed. I feel this is what I wrote, that they were women of purpose, for the purpose, on purpose, the purpose, God the Father. Isn't that awesome? I want to encourage, this is what I wrote down. When it comes to my heart, I want to make sure that I share what was at that moment when I was studying. We as women are faced with situations where we must make a choice, either to follow God or man, each and every day. And when I say that, I'm speaking of the ways of the world. Things that do not please God. They do not line up with God and His Word and His will. His will, which is His Word, which in turn is His way. And it is so easy to fall, in that, choosing to please man instead of God. It's not that we don't, it's that we care so much about people, but we have to make sure that we are benefiting them better and well when we show them a choice and a decision that does not line up with the world, but lines up with God, okay? Let us be encouraged and be valiant women of faith. That's my message today. I feel the valiant faith that I am showing today is to see to it that I get the message out. Because after it was ready to go up, it was completely gone. All of the video prior to. And I feel that regardless of, it's still ever present. It is still valuable at this particular moment as it is going up now. And you are at this moment watching it. So trust God, be faithful, and just do what He would ask you to do. But without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. Hebrews 11:6, and that's the King James Version. So today, I had to show faithfulness. I had to show valiant faith. I had to realize that without that, I could not please my God. I feel that He has called me and chose for me to do this. And if I were to just give up, there's so many people who need to hear this message. Whether the numbers show on the video, there's someone who's going to hear this message and go and share that message. And that person may go and share that with 5 other people, so on and so forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? It needed to go up today. So we're going to see to it that it does. My prayer for you today is that you live lives that please God and God only. I feel that in my prayer, that when you choose to do God's will, although the world may think that you're not, because you're not doing exactly what they would have you to do, they don't realize how much more blessed they're going to be when you operate according to God's word, God's will. Be a life example. Be a blessing to be a blessing. They will reap a huge harvest through your faithfulness, through your prayers, through your walk. I'm telling you, I think it's the best thing ever. And being able to stand unwavering at all times. A powerful message will be shared. Blessings beyond measure. That is what I encourage you today. To see to it that you make a conscious effort to please God and God alone. When you do that, God will do the rest with everyone in your territory. He will take care. The midwives, they were barren. God blessed them. When they took their eyes off of themselves and they worshiped and served God, they were blessed bountifully. And so shall you be today. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are simply beautiful. I love you. Subscribe, like, share with all your female family and friends, and make sure your comments are going to be a blessing to all women and whomever graces this platform. And hit that notification so that you'll know when I'm on again. And see, you know what? Peace be still. The rain has halted and the thunder stopped, and I was able to complete the video. I love you, and so I thank you for your continuous prayers that if you're watching it, that meant we persevered on through valiantly with faith. And that's in Jesus' name. I love you. Talk soon.